YouTube channel. My name is Chocolate Beauty. I am here sitting with Nia Bullock, who is the director and one of the producers of the movie called Tender Days. We're going to be talking to her about a few things about the movie, about the plot. I find it very interesting what she's trying to do. She's trying to make a positive impact with this movie. So I am ready and excited to talk to her. So without further ado, I want to welcome Nina. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It's an honor to actually get to interview you.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here.
The movie stars Khadijah Brown and as Betty, I believe, right? And
Yeah.
Brandon McLean as Regal.
Yes.
Can you tell us about what your role is in this actual film, like what your responsibilities were, because you were both the director and one of the producers?
Yes. I'm the director of the film, as you already stated, and I'm the line producer for the film. So when it comes to taking care of like the financials and taking care of the cast and the crew and even the locations that we're shooting at and craft services, that's part of my job.
Tell us the plot of the movie.
Yes, so this movie is a threefold plot. It stars Betty, Jennifer, and Regal. It's centered around those three characters. And so the plot of the film is that Betty is going through some health challenges, and she's kind of learning how to trust God and how to have a positive mindset through the whole situation, while also being a friend to her coworker, Jennifer, who's dealing with some issues with her marriage. And Regal is a hopeless romantic looking to find love, and he finds it, his attraction to Betty.
There's a story behind every movie, right? There is inspiration behind every movie. I'm not sure if you were part of the writing process, but can you tell us the inspiration behind writing this movie?
Yeah, so this movie is adapted from a book, a novella called Tender Days, which was written about 20 years ago. And going over the story and reading the story, it seemed like a very beautiful tale that should be told and that should be seen. So the goal for this film is to bring a positive viewpoint for different people of different cultures, you know, and that to bring back that sort of innocent love story that's there, that sometimes is missing in today's culture.
When I was able to actually talk to you briefly about the movie, one of the things that you said that you wanted people to know is that you offer diversity on your cast and diversity on set. How exactly does this movie, deal with diversity and inclusion, and what did you mean by that?
So for this film, a lot of the times you only see specific actors of a specific skin tone that have some of these roles. So for this film, we wanted to broaden the scope a little bit. So instead of just having like one skin tone, we have multiple skin tones of multiple people from multiple backgrounds that are going through these different things or have different characters that are going to be expressed by them. So what we want to do is we want Black people to be represented, white people to be represented, Asian people, Southeast Asian people, Saudi Arabian or Pakistani, Middle Eastern. So it generally, what we're doing is if the character fits for the actor and they are able to express this character in its essence, that's what we're looking for.
That's really cool. And I really like that. And I think it's important that films have that, especially with the current state that we're in as a country, that we need to make sure that diversity is something that we practice and something that we do try to involve ourselves in with having diversity and inclusion. So I think that's a very cool concept. And also, after having a conversation with you, you also stated that this film was helping local businesses and that you were giving back to your community. How exactly did this film give back to the community?
So instead of filming outside of, because I'm based in the Pennsylvania region, so instead of filming outside into different states and things like that, we're keeping everything local. So we're supporting local businesses and we're supporting local locations. So instead of filming outside of the state. We're filming here, like in the Philadelphia region, Gaydon, Lansdowne, things like that. Focusing on the little gems in our towns and our cities that we often overlook that could be used or brought to life through film. And in turn, when it comes to supporting those businesses, we're saying, hey, we shot here for this film, and this is where you can get their lovely food. So things like that.
I think that's very important, especially if you're from a certain state that's struggling, to keep the work there, to make sure that you're doing the best that you can to help companies, especially during this hard time, because people who film movies do not like filming in their own city. They like filming out in different cities. I think it's cool that you were thinking about the people that's within your own state and within your own community. So kudos to you guys for doing that for your state. When do you start filming this movie, and when is it expected to be released in theaters?
So we expect to be filming this movie, or actually it's in the works to film this movie in the first week of May. So we're going to be filming in May, and then we're going to be pushing it out in the fall, preferably around Thanksgiving.
So I do know that you guys are fundraising for this movie, and can you explain what the fundraiser is for?
Absolutely. So the fundraiser is for dealing with the theatrical costs of like putting the movie out in theaters and making those deals and contracts with those theaters, and for other expenses that may arise when it comes to taking care of the crew or the cast. Right now we are pouring our own money into it as well to take care of the crew and the cast and make sure all the locations are paid for and transportation. And it would be a great help just to have that extra funding to work with.
So you guys, I'm going to be putting down in the description box Facebook link to their campaign, and they also have a GoFundMe page to help fundraise for this movie. Because if you have ever been in the industry, you know how it's not just you put a whole bunch of actors together and then you get pushed out in theaters. All that takes money. So if there's anybody that's interested in investing in this movie, please make sure that you guys give to this great cause. I am donating $500 to help this movie come into fruition. I know it's not a lot, but it's what I can afford. Please support Nia Bullock in her crusade to getting this movie out. I know that you guys already have a movie that you put out. Can you please share what the name of the movie is and where it can be found?
So the name of the movie is Faithful. It can be found on Amazon Prime.
Okay, so you guys, this is a filmmaker that has a film on Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime does not take on just any type of film. So please make sure that you go support her. Yeah, I'm going to put down a link where you can find the Tender Days Facebook page, their fan page, and their links to their fundraisers through Facebook and also through GoFundMe. Thank you so much for coming to do this interview with me. I appreciate you taking out the time and for you trusting me to do this and said yes when I asked for this interview. So thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. It's truly an honor and I appreciate everything.
All right, you guys, thank you for watching my latest video with the director and producer of the feature film, Tender Days. Hopefully, I will see you soon. Ciao.